What's going on, everyone? Just kind of wanted to hop on here real quick. Thanks for checking out 12news.com and our 12 News app and kind of bring you up to speed with what happened today, day 3 camp. Boom. Right after camp was over with, the Cardinals cut Robert Nkemdiche, their former first-round pick from 2016. He was entering the 4th and final year of his contract. He was due to make a roster bonus of $400,000 on the 5th day of training camp. So you knew a decision was coming very soon. That's why this is really not surprising whatsoever. He showed up to camp out of shape, and it was very clear when Cliff Kingsbury told us that. Probably the most honest Kingsbury has been really all at camp. You could just tell he was not on coach's good side whatsoever. This another in a long line of troubles for the defensive star. He had problems at Ole Miss, never really seemed to get right as far as his time with the Arizona Cardinals. Struggled his first year, injuries plagued him all throughout his career. You question whether or not he really truly loved or had passion for this game. I think a lot of people did at times. I know Bruce Arians did at times, and this year's just been kind of a nightmare so far. Remember, he had a ACL tear at the end of last season. He was rehabbing this summer. He got arrested twice, and then to show up in camp out of shape. I get it, ACL injury. You can't necessarily train as hard as you want to, but there are ways to still show up to camp in shape, ready to go. At least the coaches like him, be on his good side. So you could tell when that all went down, and Cliff Kingsbury said that about Robert Nkemdiche, you just kind of knew his time was done. He did have a better year last year. 4.5 sacks. Here's his stat line. He appeared in 27 of 48 games, earned almost $7 million in his time in the NFL. He had 0 sacks his first 2 seasons, then going to 4.5 last year. So another first-round pick done here at Arizona, and another notch, mark, I should say, on Steve Keim's first-round draft belt. It is very ugly. 2013, Jonathan Cooper, he was shipped out of here for Chandler Jones. I'm not sure if he's even still on an NFL roster anymore. Deon Buchanan, after a really good year a couple years ago, they cut him. He's now trying to resurrect his career in Tampa Bay with Bruce Arians. DJ Humphries, 2015, he's starting left tackle, but they have a decision to make on DJ coming up. Are they going to keep him long term? He's got to stay healthy too as well. DJ's another guy. As much as he's fun to be around, great guy, he's got to stay healthy to remain on this team long term. Robert Nkemdiche, of course, in 2016. Haason Reddick in 2017. He's still unproven. I mean, the talk this year was that Reddick would try and jump into this starting role, and now the other big news today is Haason Reddick is out for at least 2 weeks. Had his knee scoped today. I actually saw him injure his knee right after they started warming up on day 1, and he just pulled the trainer over, started pointing towards his knee, and he had to walk off the practice field, came back, tried to play through, but it's obvious that the Cardinals felt they had to take care of that and get that dealt with. So Haason Reddick is still up in the air. You don't know what you have. 2018, Josh Rosen, you gave up on him, shipped him out to Miami, and now this year, Kyler Murray. Maybe that saves everything if Murray is this player that we all think he can be. So Robert Nkemdiche, done, cut, over with. The error is they are moving on from him, and if you follow this team, it's truthfully no surprise that they're doing it. But that's another hole on the defensive line that they got to fill. Darius Philon is the guy that they're counting on up there. Corey Peters, Rodney Gunter, other guys are going to step up. All those guys are starting and in the mix and rotating. So they're going to need those 3 to be really workhorses, and the rest of the guys are just going to have to fill gaps behind that. But Robert, he's done. He's over with. Other things that stood out on day 3. Let's see. Now that I can think, and now that camp is all over with, they did put on the pads today. It's crazy though. It didn't necessarily feel like a first day of pads because there wasn't a lot of hitting. In fact, there wasn't a lot of thuds whatsoever. It kind of seemed like a light day. I did like the one-on-ones between the receivers and the cornerbacks. They really got after a lot of good one-on-ones there. Larry Fitzgerald, Robert Alford had some good battles. Andy Isabella, he's lightning fast. Unbelievable. Dude runs routes probably up there with some of the best. And it's unbelievable how much he could cut on a dime. I thought Kyler Murray made some really good passes today. He dropped this one pass to Keyshawn Johnson, and it was between Patrick Peterson. Great catch, by the way. And you could just tell Murray, he's getting better and better as the days go on. That's really it. Kind of a light day, I would say, after they put on the pads. So that's day 3. Big news: Robert Nkemdiche gone. Haason Reddick out 2 to 3 weeks. After that knee scope, DJ Swearinger's day-to-day with soft tissue injury. Fans were asking me, yelling at me from camp today. They were wondering where's Chandler Jones. He had a day off today. Looks like Corey Peters did too as well. Marcus Gilbert, all those guys had a veteran day off. I think Terrell Suggs is going to have a veteran's day off tomorrow. So that is day 3 of camp. Really, all the news happened at the end of the day with Robert Nkemdiche and Haason Reddick in the morning. It was nice to see them put on the pads. They got to fly around a little bit more. Kyler Murray, doing what he does best so far this camp, making some really good throws. At times, like he missed Larry Fitzgerald wide open. I'm sure he'd love to get that back. But there's no doubt the arm strength. There's no doubt he can move. There's no doubt he can get out of the pocket. So this offense is truly built for him, and he is built for it. And I really can't wait to see when they pick everything up and actually get in a live game situation. It is clear that they will probably not do a lot of hitting whatsoever in camp, and you see most teams going to that. So even though that they have the pads on, even though they're going full pads, they're not taking anyone to the ground. They're not really doing a lot of hitting drills. Sure, the offensive and defensive linemen will, but as far as really tackling and really they're going to wrap up, but they're not going to make really hard impacts when they put the pads on. That's it.